Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Slamat Triadi with number of student A1B224102. Today I'm going to present my individual project for TESOL Syllabus Design course. The title of my project is English Syllabus for Grade 8 Junior High School second semester. This syllabus was designed for public SMP in a semi-urban areas in Indonesia following curriculum Merdeka. Next, slide outline, presentation outline. Before I begin, let me brief explain what I will cover in this presentation. There are 7 main points. First, I will explain the design relationable, why I designed the syllabus the way I did. Then I will talk about school context, learner profile. After that I will present the learning objective, followed by the syllabus structure, which is consists of 8 units. Then I will explain the teaching and learning activities, the assessment plan, and finally how this syllabus is aligned with TESOL principles. Let's start with the first point, design reasonable. The first thing I want to explain in this the rationale behind this syllabus. In the other words, why I made the choice that I did. There are 4 main reasons. The first, communicative goals. I designed this syllabus to that students learn English for real communication, not just memorizing grammar rules or doing drills. Every activity has a real purpose. Second, this syllabus is learner-centered. Because many students are shy and not confident in speaking English, all activities are skillful, meaning I give a lot of support in early stages before asking students to work independently. Third, the syllabus following curriculum Merdeka. The topics and the value reflect profile pelajar Pancasila, especially confidence, collaboration, and active participation in learning. And fourth, I made sure the design is realistic. The school has no language lab and sometimes unstable internet, so all activities use printed material and the teacher voice, nothing that depends on technology. Next, school context and learning profile. Now let me talk about the school context and who are the students. On the left side, you can see the school context. This is a public SMP in semi-urban area in Indonesia. The school has classroom, whiteboards, LCD projectors, speakers, and textbooks, but no language lab, and the internet is sometimes unstable. Most importantly, students only use English during English lesson. They don't practice English outside the classroom. On the right side is the learner profile. Students are at a beginner to lower intermediate level. They can understand simple words and short conversation, but they still struggle with speaking, writing, and understanding longer texts. Some students are active and enthusiastic, but some are shy and not confident when speaking English. These two things, the school context and the learner profile, directly shape every decision I made in this syllabus. Next, learning objective. Now let's look at the learning objective, or what we call tujuan pembelajaran, or TP. I developed 10 learning objectives in total. As you can see on this slide, they cover all 4 language skills: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. The first few objectives focus on repetitive skills, understanding instruction, using vocabulary, and building simple sentences. These are for the beginning of the semester when students needed more support. The middle objective focus on interactive skills, asking and answering questions, expressing opinions, giving instruction. Students do this when they already have some foundation. And the last objective is focus on productive and social skills, writing paragraphs, using polite language, and showing confidence in speaking. I want to highlight TP10, especially showing a growing confidence. For me, this is one of the most important goals because many of these students are shy if they finish the semester feeling more confident in English. That is already big achievement. Next, syllabus structure. Next, let me explain the structure of the syllabus. The syllabus has 8 units organized from simple to more complex. Unit 1 to Unit 3 build the foundation. Students start by introducing themselves, then talk about daily routines, and then learn school and classroom language. These are the most familiar personal topics ideal for beginners. Wait. Next is Unit 4 to Unit 8 to Unit 6. Add more expressive and interactive language. Students learn to express feelings and opinions, describe people and things, and ask for and give information. This is where students start to communicate more freely. Unit 7 and Unit 8 focus on functional communication. Students practice giving and following instruction and making polite requests. These are more complex tasks that require combining skills from earlier units. Each unit also has a specific grammar focus and vocabulary focus, so learning is always connected to a communicative purpose. Next, teaching and learning activities. Now I will explain the teaching and learning activities I designed. There are 8 activities in total, 2 for each skill using CLT and TBLT. For speaking, I designed a self-introduction role play using CLT, where students meet someone new and introduce themselves. I also designed a daily routine information gap task using TBLT, where pairs share information to complete a schedule together. For listening, students respond physically to classroom instruction. This is a TPX style CLT activity. They also listen to a passage and complete a blank schedule, which is a TBLT task with a clear outcome. For reading, students read short passages and match them to filling words, then discuss their own experiences. They also reorder mixed up steps in the instruction text. For writing, students write a self-introduction paragraph with a guidance frame for those who need support. They also write a set of instructions and get a feedback from a classmate. The key principle here is that every activity has a real purpose and real outcome. Students are not just practicing language, they are using it. Next. Assessment plan. Now let me explain how students are assessed. I use three types of assessment. The first is diagnostic assessment. At the start of the semester, students do a simple self-checklist and short oral greeting task. This is not graded. The purpose of the purpose is just to find out that what student already knows, so the teacher can plan better. The second is formative assessment, which happens through the semester. It includes a specific speaking checklist, a writing rubric, a listening task, and reading sequencing task. Together, these are worth for 20 points. The third is summative assessment. At the end of the semester, it tests all four skills: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. It's worth it's worth 20 points for total of 80 points. So the final grade is 20 points from formative plus 80 points from summative, which is equals 100 points. All rubrics are kept simple and practical, easy to use in a real classroom without any special software. Next, TESOL alignment. Alignment with TESOL principles. This slide explains how my syllabus aligns with TESOL principle. First, communicative competence. All units develop linguistic, social-linguistic, and pragmatic competence. It's not just about grammar. Second is learner-centered instruction. Activities are scaffold from guidance to independent, so that students can participate safely before being asked to produce language on their own. Third, meaning-focused tasks. All TBLT tasks have a clear real-world purpose. Students feel a scheduled sequence instruction or write for a real reader, not just for the teacher. Fourth is integrated skills. All four skills are developed in every unit with a gradual move from receptive to productive. Fifth, authentic context. All topics come from student real life, first is real life, like school daily routines, feelings, and social interacting. And six, ongoing assessment. The three-tier assessment system monitors learning from the beginning to the end of the semester. Every decision in this syllabus was made with this TESOL principle in mind. Next is strength of the syllabus. Before I close, let me reflect on what I believe are the main strengths of this syllabus. First is the realistic and context aware. I did not assume the school has internet or language lab. Everything works with what the school actually has. Second, it has a confidence building progression learning. Move from learning move from safe structured tasks to more independent production. This directly addresses the side learner described in stage 1. Third is dual approaches, CLT and TBLT. Language is always caught in communicative context, never in isolation. Fourth is full skill coverage. All skills are covered and formally assessed no skill is ignored. As you can see, used for language skill, listening, reading, speaking, and writing. Fifth is rubrics are simple and usable. The teacher with like 30 plus students can apply them quickly and fairly. The sixth, the syllabus is aligned with curriculum Merdeka, reflecting profile pelajar Pancasila values throughout. And next is closing. That's bring me to the end of my presentation. To summarize, I designed this syllabus for grade 8 SMP students who are at the beginning of the lower intermediate level, using CLT and TBLT approaches with 8 communicative units, 8 classroom activity, and 3-tier assessment plan. Everything was designed to be realistic, learner-centered, and aligned with TESOL principle and curriculum Merdeka. I believe the syllabus gives students not just English knowledge, but also the confidence to actually use the language. Thank you very much for your attention. I'm Slamat Triadi, and I will close this presentation with Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.